right, so we're here for a brand new Starship Troopers. Can you believe you're doing another one 20 years later?
20 years later, 20 years in the film, and they've come back with this new film written by Ed Neumeyer, who wrote the original Starship Troopers, and it kind of ties in with the original and the series a little bit too, and also the book. But it's a lot of fun to be back as Johnny Rico again.
Now, were you surprised to see what the characters from the original were up to now?
You know, it's fun for me because Ed Neumeyer, who wrote this, and I are good friends, and I get to read a lot of his material, and he knows me so well. So sometimes when I'm reading this and seeing how he sees me, sometimes it makes me go, what? Because you know how sometimes people know you a little bit better? So sometimes it makes you take a look at yourself when somebody else writes about you, even if it's this character, which is, you know, as I've grown older, it's been 20 years since I made the film, and 20 years now for this character too. It even says that in the film. It says the battle in Clandathu 20 years ago. It's fun to see the emotional scars that I've gone through in my life now worn on my face. So,
Where did they come from?
well, you know, I think I've had a couple of divorces. I've had a couple of things happen. So I think life experience. You know, I go through life and every day somebody yells like a quote from one of the movies. Originally, the first one usually, but there's a lot of the same quotes in all of the films. But they'll yell, "Rico, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Hey, I'm just shopping for some groceries, some toilet paper. It happens." People really they call me Johnny Rico, or "Hey Rico," and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, I respond to it now. It's like it's my other name. You know, I've done a lot of different projects, a lot of different films, but this is the one that I'm really known for, and it's one that, you know, people really see me as or have embraced it, and I love that. I love it. There's not a day that goes by that it's just not awesome to hear, because they always say it with enthusiasm. So to be this character still, to come back and say the lines, say the new lines, and see it and have it, it's I don't know. It's awesome.
And what do you think about the idea of a remake if they were going to try and do one?
I think I know who should be Johnny Rico. I would love it if they did. I would love to be a part of it. I would love to be it if they did a series. Either way, I think that this should go on, because there's so much joy when people are saying stuff to me. Like I've said, I've done way over 100 projects. I haven't, whatever it is, I've done a lot of things, but this is the one that I most get recognized or spoken to about, and I also see how much it affects people. I had a guy who asked me, he said, "Hey, look, it's a transpo captain on a film." He goes, "Look, my son wants to take a picture with you." And I said, "Absolutely." He goes, "He was in the Marine Corps." And I go, "Oh, absolutely." He goes, "Yeah, he lost both his legs." And I said, "Oh, man." And he goes, "Yeah, when he got blown up and he was lying down there, the last thing he remembers seeing was this bare arm came in with a death from above tattoo and pulled him out." And I go, "Oh my God." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "He wants to take a picture with you doing that pose and send it to his buddy that saved his life, who's on his 5th tour over there." And I went, absolutely. And the makeup artist was crying, and I think I was crying. And she made up a tattoo for us, and we both did it, took a picture and sent it over there. And then last year, I was at Warner Brothers just going on, and this Marine comes up to me, one of the guards, he goes, "Hey, just want you to know, I know this, I know what you did for that Marine." He goes, "Yeah." And that happened 5 years ago. He goes, "I saw the picture of what you did with that Marine and I just wanted you to say that was real stand up." And I'm like, "No, what you guys do is stand up." I mean, what this man sacrificed and what he wanted to do for his buddy that saved his life, and it still gives me chills even talking about it. I mean, it's just, you know, it's a movie. It has death from above, and that's what he saw, and that was his last that was his last memory before he passed out. He thought he was going to die. He didn't, and he's walking around on, you know, prosthetic legs, and just, it was amazing. But, you know, I think they should definitely keep it just because of things like that.
Who do you think should be Rico?
Me.
You still.
I can't. If they continue with it,
Keep Rico.
well, I don't mind. If they want to, I would love to do that. Bring in a whole bunch of young troopers, and, you know, have Rico be the rat check. Yeah, still be this. I mean, I could still be the older guy in it, but you could still have some young guys come in and train, and, you know, that would be fun. Or if they're gonna revamp it and try to do it more like the book, it'd be different. It'd be a different book. I think the reason why I love Starship Troopers, the film, is the satire and Paul Verhoeven. If they did do it, I think that they should redo it with Paul Verhoeven and Ed Neumeyer.
Is there a favorite moment you have from filming the original that maybe went through your head while you were working on this one?
You know, there's so many moments when I was on Starship Troopers that I just went, I've got to remember this moment for the rest of my life. I would look out there, and there'd be like 1,400 extras, all in these uniforms, running around doing military precision. And I'd look over and I'd see Paul Verhoeven with Ed Neumeyer over there next to him, maybe Yost Vacano, the DP, and maybe Phil Tippett. But I'd look over and I'd see him, and he was always thinking and always, always prepping, always doing something or drawing. And I just look over, and sometimes he just look over and see me looking at him or something like that, and he just go, and then go on. So I think just the recognition I got, just the recognition to be around there, and just to watch a real filmmaker. I was such a fan of his before, and I'm still a fan of his. I love him. So yeah, just seeing him make a film and being a part of it was amazing.